I would like to welcome all of you to Dubai Toastmasters Club meeting number 648. And by the way, with this number, I have attended 100 meetings in Dubai Toastmasters Club. The first meeting I attended was 548. So this is a strange coincidence, but this is the fact actually. And since I have promised, I will do my promise. Please bear with me for a few seconds until I share my screen, and you will be really surprised. So I suppose I think you can see the screen, but it's not launching. Okay, can you see the screen right now?
Yes.
Yes.
Fellow Toastmasters and guests, this is your lucky day. And I'm very happy that the attendants are not so much because money is involved. Let's see. This is my thank you to you. I would like to thank you. I would like to show you that I'm really grateful for all what you have done throughout this year. For that reason, I will combine Toastmasters with the thing that I'm very savvy about, which is mathematics. I have prepared a mathematics quiz for you, and I called it the lucky number quiz. And you can see a lot of money is involved there. A lot of winners will be winning with us tonight. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, this is my quiz, and this is my reward to you for all your efforts throughout the year. Choose any number from 1 to 9. So it might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, only these numbers. I can't see the, Bosco, is there any way I can see the chat box from this presentation? Can anyone see the chat box?
Yes.
Murad, I can see it.
You can see it, okay. Just let me see it because I have to see it. Because this would be all about the answers, right? Okay, I think now I can see it, but you can see everything, right? Okay, Bosco, I rely on you for that part, okay? You tell me the right answers. Now you can see only the slide, right? I will continue. So Bosco, only for trial, I would like few people to share their lucky number. If you have chosen a number, please share your number in the chat box. Go ahead. Bosco, give me the first 3 numbers, only the first 3 to make sure that some people are already sharing. You can unmute yourself. Can you give me the first 3 people who have put their lucky number in the chat box?
BP Menon 7, Ramesh Anantaraman 9, and Wafa.
Very
3.
good.
3.
So you're getting the
Yes,
question.
yes.
Very good. Let's continue. The lucky number quiz. You'll be asked to do quick math calculations through one question. So it's one question, but few math calculations, easy ones. Don't worry, but keep your calculator handy because if you have chosen 7, 8, 9, you might need a calculator to be very, very quick. Because there's a gift for all of you. Not for all of you, for few of you. The shocking surprise. Let's start the suspense. At the end of the quiz, I will ask you to do a quick calculation. Be ready for that. So after that calculation, these are the prizes. Please take screenshot, take your mobile phone.
Wow.
Take a photo of that because later on you'll come to me, you'll tell me, this is my number, this is not my number, this is the reference. Take your mobile, take a shot for that, okay? So if you, and by the way, why I have started with 37, because the possible answers might be from 1 to 37. So I try to put all the numbers from 1 to 37, 37, 19, etc. So these are not the very lucky people. The lucky people, if they have these numbers as the answer, they will win 1,000 dirhams away from you only few seconds. We will have, unfortunately, only 5 winners because I don't have many 1,000 dirhams. I have only 5,000 dirhams I can donate, if we can say, for this quiz. So the first and quickest people will be the winners with us. Are you ready? Are you ready, all of you?
Yes.
Okay.
Nizar,
Let's go ahead.
can I also participate? Because I have to see the result.
Everyone.
Okay.
Anyone. Guests can participate as well. Multiply your lucky number, which is from 1 to 9, by 3. Write it down or just try to memorize it. So for example, if your number is 1, 1 times 3, it's 3. So take the result and add 3 to the result. Are you still with me?
Yes.
Now add 3 to the result. You have another number, a new result.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead. Multiply the result by 3 again.
Yeah.
Multiply the result by 3. Now you are supposed to be having 2-digit numbers. So if you have 5 or 6 or 1, something wrong has happened. Only 2-digit number should be the result so far. Ladies and gentlemen, be very quick. This is the last step. After that, I'll take only the first 5 winners. The last calculation for the lucky number quiz is add the 2 digits together and write it down.
Nine.
The first 5 only. You have first 5?
I was the first one. I typed it even before you said it.
Yeah.
Hey, many knew the answer. Many knew the answer.
Bosco, do we have first 5, please? Do we have 5 answers?
Yeah, we have more than 5. Let me.
Okay, congratulations for the 5 winners.
Yay.
Back to the numbers. Is your number one of these?
Yes.
Which number it is?
1.
Who's speaking? I will check the chat box. I don't think anyone has got one. If your number is not there, is it here?
No.
Bosco, tell me the first 5 answers, please.
See, Nizar, you said like all the answers are 9, correct? Then after that, what it is?
All the answers are 9?
Yeah.
Oh.
Many
9.
people have replied 9.
9 is not there. Anyway, this is a big round of applause to all of you because I was only kidding with you. I have removed 9 because the answer should be 9 and I don't have 5,000.
Oh my God.
On a further note, on a serious note, let's continue. People, if you are, this is why I did it online, because if I was there in Alpha Time Center, you will come and kill me. I know that for sure. So this is why I did it online. No one can do any harm to me. I just wanted to have some fun with you. On a serious note, Toastmasters International is a non-profit educational organization that was established in 1924 by Dr. Ralph Smedley. It's a non-profit education organization that teaches public speaking and leadership skills. Headquartered in Colorado, USA, the organization's membership exceeds 358,000 members in 16,800 clubs in 143 countries. Since 1924, we have helped more than 4 million people to become better speakers, communicators, and leaders. In UAE alone, we have about 3,000 members of Toastmasters. In the district, by the way, we have 5,000. In Oman, UAE, Jordan, Lebanon. In UAE, we have 152. In the whole district, we have about 169. There are a lot of benefits of joining a Toastmasters club, like improving your public speaking and your leadership skills, maximizing your potential, enjoying unlimited personal growth, working on your speeches and writing the speech and delivering the speech in a friendly environment, and having networking experience with your club peers or other club members. You'll be getting a competitive advantage in your workplace when you are a good communicator and speaker. And the last benefit is you will build self-confidence and self-awareness. In Dubai Toastmasters Club, we have one more benefit. We are building real friends and we are having fun. So these are some of the pictures that we have taken throughout the few last years. We are enjoying our time while we are learning. Dubai Toastmasters Club is the first club in Dubai and Northern Emirates and the second club in UAE. We have been there since 1996. If you'd like to join our club, there is a membership fee of $535 for 6 months or $935 for 1 year. We are privileged to have Toastmaster Samir GP as our leader on the area level, which belongs to Division B under the leadership of DTM, Vinod Panikkar, which belongs to District 105 under our great leader, DTM Robin Anand. District 105 belongs to Region 11, which belongs to the whole Toastmasters organization leadership in the United States under DTM Deepak Menon. To continue, I would like to have just mentioning some of our senior members who have privileged us tonight being with us and this meeting and for the last meetings as well. These people are very active. Without these people, we wouldn't be where we are now as Dubai Toastmasters Club. I would like to thank our PIP, the past international president, DTM Mohammed Murad, for being with us. Thank you, sir. We are privileged to have you here again and again. Thanks for attending our club meetings. I would like also to thank DTM VP Menon, DTM Ramesh Anantharaman, Toastmaster Deepak Gulati, Toastmaster Regional Trajan, Toastmaster Mohammed Rashid for being with us. Thank you for being with us and most welcome. We are honored to have you all with us. With that, I would like just to take some feedback very quickly from some of our guests. So I can see that we have a few guests with us tonight. If they are ready to introduce themselves within 30 seconds, I would like to hear something from Wafa and Naki. Are you there?
Yes, yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you very clearly. Go ahead and just introduce yourself. Tell us why you are with us here. What do you expect from this meeting?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Wafa. I'm from United Arab Emirates. I started Toastmasters in 2011 in Lagoon, Sharjah Lagoon. Then I went to the United States to continue my education. I joined Hopkins Toastmasters Club for 5 years. I was on and off. I was a member. I was an officer. Toastmasters really helped me to improve my communication skills. Now I'm back. I came back home, United Arab Emirates, and I would like to join you to continue improving my public speaking.
Thank you very much, Wafa. So you are a Toastmaster, right?
Yes, but today
Thanks
I'm a guest. Hopefully I'll be a member.
Thank you for joining us. You are in the right place. We are very happy to see you with us tonight. Can I hear something from Karan Gandhi? Are you there? Karan Gandhi? Go ahead. I can see you have unmuted yourself. Please go ahead.
Hi, this is not Karan. I'm Karan's mother. Sorry.
Okay. Sorry
yeah,
for
my
that.
name is Nisha, and I have attended Toastmasters before. And yeah, so I'm not new to this. And just to give you a background, I was working as an HR manager. That was, you know, there has been a big gap now. It's been 5 years I've not been working. So living a pretty domesticated life, I shall say. And yeah, so here I am again. I think this is my 3rd session with you guys. So it's nice to be around here.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Nisha. You're joining from which place? From Dubai?
Yes, from Dubai.
Most welcome. We are very glad to have you with us tonight. You are in the right place at the right time. This is the last meeting of the year.
Okay, okay, thank you.
I would like to have something from Dalia Viswanath. Are you there, Dalia?
Yes, I'm here. Yes. Can you hear me?
Go ahead. You are the last one.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So good evening, everyone. My name is Dalia Vishwanath, and Just a little bit about myself. I was born and brought up here in Dubai and currently working in a company in Dubai in HR. I have joined Toastmasters as a guest before, but I'm quite, what do you say, I have the stage fright and so on, so I never really committed myself. So this is my try again at it, and that's the reason why I joined today.
Nisar,
sorry,
unmute
I can't
yourself.
hear you. Yeah.
Nisar, unmute yourself.
Sorry, that firefighting. For that reason, I just unmuted myself. Okay, thank you very much, Daria. We are very happy to have you with us tonight. Stay with us till the end. A lot of more news, more surprises is coming. Not tricks, but real surprises and real announcements. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I leave you for the rest of this meeting with a beautiful lady. She's with us since 1.5 years, one of the most active members, champion in many contests this year, club level, area level. She was supposed also to be in the district level, but due to this COVID-19, they have canceled everything and kept only international. She's, as by profession, she's working in Mashriq Bank in corporate banking. She's our treasurer. So all of you, I think, have been suffering from her following you, asking you to pay all the time. But sorry, guys, that she was supposed to do that. And this is why we like her, because she's following us for the payments. Without further ado, please, let's welcome all together our one and only, the most active Toastmaster in this year, Toastmaster Jyoti Kedia.
Thank you so much, Nizar. That was a lovely introduction. I don't know how much of it was true, but it was really encouraging. And with that motivation, I am all set to start this meeting. Shukran. Oh, isn't that the theme of today's meeting as well? Yes. Since I see a few guests today, for their benefit, at every Toastmaster meeting, we have a theme. With the choice of the TMOD, different themes makes our meetings more interesting and gripping. So to all my friends, I have few questions. Think over it. Have you felt supremely grateful to someone? Have you expressed that gratitude to your satisfaction? Is there a rule to say thank you only once for one act of kindness? My friends, if the only prayer you ever say in your entire life is thank you, it'll be enough, says Mr. Eckert. So one of my HSBC cab mates, Reshma, with whom I used to commute to work, happened to notice some worry on my face and asked me to share the reason. So it was 8 years back, one fine day of July 2012, when I got to know that my CFA, that is Chartered Financial Analyst, final exam results will be out in just 2 weeks. I was really worried because it was already my second attempt in that exam, and not clearing it again this time would mean a waste of 1 more year. So yes, I was worried from all directions, financially, professionally, emotionally, and I shared my concern with Reshma. Reshma smiled and said, "Don't worry, I'll pray and chant for you." Well, friends, she was not really such a good friend of mine, so I was taken aback by her reply, and I asked, "What?" She said, "I'll chant Nam Myoho Renge Kyo." These are religious words chanted in Nichiren Buddhism and helps to attain perfect awakening. Honestly, I couldn't comprehend what she said because that's not the belief I grew up with, but she sounded very confident and she chanted every single day for me until the final result day. Guess what? I cleared my exam. I hugged my mom with joy and thought of two people then. One, my best friend Agrima, with whom I studied jointly for the exam. And second was Reshma, for her random act of kindness. I felt so grateful. And the story doesn't end here. The best part is yet to come. I'll share what happened next in my closing session. So please stay tuned. Now, before we begin, just one announcement on the change in agenda. Our counter is Gautam, Toastmaster Gautam now instead of Toastmaster Tasbi. Moving on, it's time to thank the real heroes of this meeting, without whom the meeting was not possible, our silent role players. So I requested all my role players and speakers, evaluators today to share that one special instance in their life where they felt immensely grateful for something to someone. And this is what our first silent role player, WebEx Master, Toastmaster Bosco, who made this meeting possible, had to say. Bosco became close to his mother only after his father passed away and remained close to her till she passed away. That period shaped him into the person he is today. He is grateful to his mother for being his friend, philosopher, and guide. Shukran. Our timer for today, Toastmaster Sagar, had to say, Sagar is basically grateful for 3 miracles that happened in his life. And all three were because of his teachers. One, who taught him meditation. Other, who introduced him to the law of attraction. And third, who shaped his life. Shukran to Sagar's teacher. Now, before we move on to our Word Masters session, I have a quick quiz for all of you. I'll call out few languages and you need to guess how to say thank you in those languages. So you just unmute yourself and give the answer. Simple, right? Ready? Can I see thumbs up? Okay. So the first language, French.
Merci. Merci.
Hey, good, good. The second, Hindi.
Dhanyawad.
Who said Dhanyawad?
Shukriya.
Many people.
Dhanyawad. I think Toastmaster Priyanka guessed my language beforehand. The third language was Urdu.
Shukriya.
Shukriya.
Okay. The fourth is Malayalam.
Nandi.
Nandi. Okay. I think only one person will answer this one. Sri Lankan.
Bohomai
Bohomai. This is an easy one. Spanish.
Gracias.
Gracias.
And the last one, for that, I will request our WebEx Master Bosco to unmute everyone because we all, on my count of 1, 2, 3, will say this answer in chorus because this is thank you word of Arabic. So, 1, 2, 3.
Shukran.
Okay, it was not done properly. I want to do it again. I want to do it again.
EXCOM installation.
1, 2, 3.
Shukran.
Yes.
Jyoti, we cannot hear you.
So, can you hear me?
Yes, now we can hear you.
Can we mute everyone else?
Mute all. Okay, Jyoti, can you unmute and speak? Yeah, okay.
So on that note, I'd like to invite our word master, Toastmaster Rejo. Toastmaster Rejo has been a Toastmaster for only 8 months. But with his commitment, he has gained the confidence of the club members and has been elected as the VPPR of the new EXCOM. He is immensely grateful to his uncle who helped him choose his current career path and guided him all the way. Shukran. So ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our first role player with a huge round of applause, Wordmaster Rejo Paul.
Shukran. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear guests, good evening. As Wordmaster, it is my duty to introduce the word of the day. And the chosen word for the day is beholden. I repeat, beholden, which means being under obligation for a favor or gift. I'll repeat, the meaning of the word beholden is being under obligation for a favor or gift. It's an adjective and its history can be traced back. Sorry?
Change the screen. Next screen.
No, there is only one screen. And can you see? Can you see? One second.
Enable editing.
Yeah.
Can you see this?
Yes.
The word beholden can be traced back to the 14th century in English literature. Synonyms of the word beholden are indebted, obligated, obliged, bound, grateful, and thankful. Let me give you a few examples in order to understand the word better. It is now beholden on all of us to reap the benefits of the new order. Politicians are more beholden to public opinion than ever before. I am beholden to you. Let's do a round-robin session to see how well you have grasped the word of the day. Can I have volunteers to use the word of the day? Any volunteers? Or I'll have to choose random. We have a couple of volunteers. Let me go with ladies first. Nadine.
It's beholden for all of us to appreciate all the blessings of every single day.
Perfect. Shukran.
Afwan.
I'll go over to Minesh.
I am beholden to my parents for raising me.
Very well. Thank you. One more volunteer. King Bosco, please.
I am beholden to Toastmasters.
Very well. Let me now ask one of our guest members to use the word of the day. Dahlia, Nisha, anyone?
Yes, Dahlia here. I'm beholden to be able to join the meeting today.
Thank you, Dahlia. With this, I encourage each speaker to use the word of the day. And I'll give you a word of the day report when called upon during the meeting. Shukran, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Shukran, Toastmaster Rejo. I feel beholden to you for this uncommon word, which is also completely in sync with the theme. Shukran. Now let's move on to the next segment, which is the core of Toastmasters meetings, the project speeches. For the benefit of guests, in Toastmasters, we have an educational program called Pathways. Pathways has a spectrum of learning programs, each with different levels and objectives. In this segment, the speakers deliver a prepared speech in line with their speech objective. And for today's session, it's going to be very special as we will get an opportunity to listen to 3 of our most seasoned members. I can't wait to hear them. So without further ado, Let me call our first speaker's distinguished Toastmaster Ramesh's evaluator to read out the speech objective. Toastmaster Manish.
Shukran, TMOD. Our first speaker is attempting his Dynamic Leadership Level 1, Project 2, Speech 1. The purpose of the project is for the member to deliver or present a speech in any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to his second speech. The purpose of this speech is for the speaker to present his first speech and receive feedback from the evaluator. Timer, please note, the speech should be 5 to 7 minutes. Good luck to the speaker.
I would recommend the speaker to pin the timer and confirm.
Okay. Shukran, Manish. Okay. What do I say about our first speaker? Distinguished Toastmaster Ramesh. He joined Toastmasters in 2007. His friends say he's a leader who never shies away from taking responsibility. We all know that he has been the past president of our club. But what many of us don't know, that in 2015, there was a last-minute decision to conduct VTAC in Dubai. There was no one to take up that challenge. But distinguished Toastmaster Ramesh took this challenge without second thoughts. And till date, it is considered to be one of the finest DTACs ever held. Ramesh sir is grateful to his silent teachers. If you want to know more, let's hear his speech. So my friends, let's hear it for our distinguished Toastmaster, the DTM Ramesh Anantaranam, the disguised teachers. The disguised teachers, distinguished Toastmaster Ramesh.
Thank you, Jyoti, for a very generous introduction. I would say, guys, run into the class. The teacher is coming in. Guys, run into the class. The teacher is going to give our results today. Our life, right from childhood, has always one where we run away from teachers, where we are scared of teachers. But these are the teachers who have given us essential life skills. They taught us how to speak. They taught us mathematics. They taught us science. And as we grew up, as we chose different areas of specialization, they taught us engineering, advanced calculus, electrical machines. But we always saw the teachers as somebody there who's there, who is paid to do a job, and quite often somebody who is always judging us, who criticizes us, who evaluates us, and quite often who puts us down. But without these teachers, most of us would not be where we are in our professional lives. But we have a different set of teachers. Teachers who come into our lives at various points in time and teach us not mathematics, not science, but teach us life skills, teach us how to live life. We take a lot of initiatives like Toastmaster President-elect Bosco did, and somebody we go and say we want to learn meditation. Somebody teaches us meditation. These are the people where we go to as a teacher, as a spiritual guru, as a religious guru, or a management guru, and take advice from them. But there are a lot of these teachers who do not come to our life with a tag of a teacher, but nevertheless come in to teach us something. These are the teachers who don't get paid, and quite often who do not get recognized for the help they do. Friends, I believe how much we grow in life, not necessarily financially, but as a human being, depends a lot on how we learn from these disguised teachers. I've always believed that there are no accidents in life. I believe there is nobody who comes into our life even for a second without a purpose, and the purpose is to teach us something. And quite often they just teach and they move on. And the greatness about these teachers are when you refuse to learn from them, they don't judge you, they don't punish you. I'm going to give a series of, I'd say, dialogue I had with one of the great teachers in Dubai Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmaster, Mohammed Murad. He always looks at how he can help people get better. The conversation goes, says, Ramesh, you've got a lot of great things in life, but get in shape. And my response to him was, but Colonel, O is also a shape, 0 is also a shape. He is not somebody who will say, no, I disagree with you. That is very bad of you to think of it that way. He says, Ramesh, you have a point. But he left me with a message. And he said that, look at the amount of effort DTM Mohammed Murad has taken to say, which is one area which is going to help me live a better life. And the effort he has put in to convey the message to me, and the graciousness with which he goes back and says that you will change when it is appropriate for you. And it's been the same with distinguished Toastmaster Umar, DTM, VP, Menon. I am seeing a gallery view full of my teachers. I can't thank Nadine enough for the kind of energy she has in spite of all the challenges in life. And I said, Ramesh, she is there to teach you. Come what the odds are, you will always come up. You can always have a smile. I have Toastmaster of the Day, Jyoti Kedia, always looks at me saying, every challenge comes with opportunities. When I had a challenge in my personal life and my husband had to go off on a studying mission, I got into Toastmasters. Every challenge comes with opportunities. And today is the day I would like to recognize my disguised teachers all in front of me. Dear disguised teachers, thank you. Shukran. Over to the Toastmaster of the Day.
Can we all unmute ourselves, please? This definitely deserves a big round of applause.
Thank you.
Jyoti, unmute and
Shukran, TTM Ramesh. That was such a beautiful speech with a beautiful message. There are no accidents in life. With your title, we thought it's going to be something related to school, but there was a much bigger message. That was an incredible speech. Shukran. Now let's move on to another fascinating story. Okay, before that, I would request all the members to share their feedback with the speakers through either text or message. May I request now the second speaker, Toastmaster Reggie's evaluator, Toastmaster Rashid, to read out the speech objectives.
Shukran. Toastmaster Reginald is going to deliver the project titled The Abstract Concept from the Speaking to Info Manual. And the objectives of the speech are research and analyze an abstract concept, theory, historical force, or social political issue. Present the ideas in a clear, interesting manner. Time 6 to 8 minutes. All the best, Toastmaster Reginald.
Shukran, Toastmaster Rashid. So our next speaker, Toastmaster Reggie. He has been a Toastmaster for a decade. He played an instrumental role in starting a Toastmaster club in his church, St. Francis Assisi Club, and he's also the president of that club. His friends say that he's a fitness freak and he runs every day. His friends also say that he's a very genuine person and is always going to help out in whatever way he can. Toastmaster Reggie is grateful to his cousin because after his graduation, when he had nothing much to do and he felt he was like a burden to his parents, his cousin got him to UAE. Shukran. My dear Toastmasters, give a big round of applause to Toastmaster Reggie. Going to moon. Going to moon. Toastmaster Reggie.
Shukran. Thank you, Mandi Jyoti. Let me share the screen.
Two, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 miles per hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11. 30 feet down, 2.5. Picking up some dust. Safe here. The Eagle has landed. Roger, Tranquility. We copy you on the ground. You got a bunch of guys about to turn blue. We're breathing again. Thanks a lot. Okay, Neil, we can see you coming down the ladder now. I'm at the foot of the ladder. The limb footbeds are only impressed in the surface about 1 or 2 inches. I'm going to step off the limb now. That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind. Tony, this is so great you can't believe it. I believe it. Hippity hoppity, hippity hoppity, hippity hopping over hill and dale. Ignition. Fly away, Houston. Vector good. We're burning flat. That's flat. Looks good, flight. How's the face shot, flight? Roger. Stand by for splashdown. Recovery, America, stable water, cruise call.
Toastmasters and guests, we just saw the space mission to moon. First time man landing on moon and then returning safely to Earth. It was a great move for mankind, isn't it? The total cost of this project was about $25.4 billion way back in 1969. About $152 billion in today's dollars. After all, why?
This is to increase. Okay, I got it. Thank you. Go and have a bath.
The next mission is to Mars.
Okay.
Let me check. Someone is.
The next mission is to Mars. What year will humans go to Mars? Administrator Charles Bolden of NASA laid out that 2030 as the date of a crewed mission landing in Mars and noted that planned 2020 Mars rover, that's this year, would support the human mission. This was the plan. But what happened is history. Now, does Mars have oxygen? No, Mars does not have oxygen. It is primarily composed of carbon dioxide, which is 95.32%, molecular nitrogen, which is 2.6%, and other gases, remaining other gases, which is not able to be breathed. Hence, you cannot breathe in Mars. What would happen if we move to Mars? Difficulties and hazards include radiation exposures during a trip to Mars, and on its surface, toxic soil, low gravity, the isolation that accompanies Mars' distance from Earth, lack of water, and cold temperatures. And what would be the cost? The expert panel puts the total cost of a 20 years program culminating in a manned mission to Mars to about $80 to $100 billion. So what is the purpose and benefits of going to Mars? Is it pure curiosity? Is it ensuring the survival of other species? Or is it discovering life on Mars? Or is it improving the quality of life on Earth? Could be. However, it's for demonstrating political and economic leadership and for economic interest in its resources. Then why are we investing so big to go to Mars, where we cannot breathe or we are exposed to radiation? Why did we invest that big to go to Moon? You know, the world is in hunger. 11.3% of the world's population is hungry. That's roughly 805 million people who go undernourished on a daily basis, consuming less than the recommended 2,100 calories a day. Ending world hunger will cost $2.67 trillion for a period ending 2030, estimating at $160 per person per year. The sad part of all these space missions is that they are just for dominance, to show their power over the other. Can't this money be diverted to eliminate hunger from this universe? Another issue, migration. You can see the picture of the Rohingyas migration from Burma to Bangladesh and India. The refugee movement from one of the African countries into Europe, they go by these huge boats fully loaded. Maybe only 50% or half of them could make it to the shores, the rest die. And those who reach the shores are not sure that they can continue their life there. The refugee camps in Syria, in Turkey, the Syrian refugees, it looks very decent, right? But see this one, the refugee camps in some other countries, from some other countries as well. This is the latest migration in India, which happened recently because of COVID, from the urban parts of India to the rural, back to the villages. Do we need to migrate to Mars to protect our species? The size of Canada is approximately 9.9 million square kilometers, which is 254 times the size of tiny Kerala. Its population is just 37.5 million, which is almost same to the population of Kerala. What does this mean? Canada can take as many people that Canada can be self-reliant of workforce, and Kerala can ease its burden of overpopulation and the strain of feeding these many. I'm just giving out an example. Find ways to have even distribution from have to the have-nots. But let us slow down and don't be greedy in grabbing everything around. The present pandemic is teaching us a lot. The COVID-19 pandemic we are all living through is scary and life-changing. It's one of those things we will tell one day to our grandchildren, which we compare with what happened during the 2 world wars and the Great Depression. It's even very big than a lot of previous social shifts. So what did this pandemic teach us? Number one is patience, to be patient. We had a friend who used to tell his toddler, push your patience button, son, push your patience button. This is certainly an opportunity to learn to do the same for yourself. Number two, the long view. With a narrow perspective, current reality can be even more challenging, but by taking a longer term view, you can reassure yourself that current realities will shift and good things will come. As Warren Buffett said, someone is sitting in the shade today because someone else planted a tree a long time ago. Adaptability. This is a time when everything feels out of balance and uncertain. You are constantly having to reset and reorient. Creativity. A colleague says working from home, especially distracting because of all the chores she is reminded she must do. At the same time, she is grabbing another cup of coffee. She will spray cleanser in the tub, or during her lunch break, she will fold few of her laundries. Next is connections. You likely have the opportunity to find new ways to stay in touch, whether through video conference, text messages, or even shouting across the street to neighbors as you respect physical distances now. Number 6, gratitude. Being grateful for everyday things and people is critical to happiness. This is a time when you can expand your gratitude manifold. Whether you are appreciating the companionship of a pet, extended time with family, or the bond you are building with co-workers through shared tough times, there are plenty of opportunities to be grateful. Number 7, self-discipline. This is a great time to learn new approaches to managing your behavior and building new habits. If the typical new habit is built in 21 days, you have plenty of time to do that now. Self-care. Taking care of yourself is basic terms is more important than ever. You have the opportunity to expand your personal well-being by eating well, exercising well, and getting enough sleep. And finally, expectations. You want to be optimistic and always hope for the best, right? Don't expect too much. Reducing your expectations can mean that even simple joys can create greater opportunities for happiness. So Toastmasters and friends, so let us take care of ourselves and this world with great responsibility and joy. Shukran, over to you, Jyoti. And hooray, that was my 40th speech. Woo!
Shukran, Toastmaster Reggie, for sharing that informative story. I think there's something special in today's meeting because with the title of the stories, you expect something, but you get much bigger. On that note, I would like to call our final speaker, Toastmaster Deepak's evaluator, Toastmaster Sri Valsan, to read out the speech objectives.
Good evening, Toastmasters. Speaker Deepak Gulati is presenting the result from High Performance Leadership, a self-study program. As a part of the program, the Toastmaster selected a project for which he or she could exercise leadership skills. In this speech, the Toastmaster is to share the result of the project with club members and discuss his or her learning experience. Over to you, Toastmaster. 5 to 7 minutes. Timer.
Shukran, Toastmaster Sri Valsan. What do I say about our next speaker? Toastmaster Deepak has been a Toastmaster for a decade. We all know that Deepak has been our club's president and was the face behind the grand success of DTAC 2019. But you want to know more about Deepak? His friends say he has this unique quality in him that 24/7 he's trying to do something different and creative. He's an extremely fun-loving person and can gel along with anyone. Well, I second that. Deepak's moment of gratitude. 20 years back, when Deepak was fighting with fever, his work application to Emirates in Dubai was posted by one of his friends. If it was not for him, Deepak wouldn't have been here. Deepak is grateful to his great friend, Vijay. Well, Vijay, it's not only Deepak who is grateful, but we all are, because DTC was incomplete without him. Shukran, Vijay. Hi, dear friends, with a drum roll, for our very own Toastmaster Deepak, communicated happiness. Communicated happiness, Toastmaster Deepak.
Toastmaster Deepak, can you already pinned my screen?
Yes, just give me. You can hear me, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Right, and you can see the screen?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Okay. There are a couple of ways that you can confuse a man. You can tell him that we are going to blindfold you and you need to cross the road on your own, probably Sheikh Zayed Road. Or give him a project that he's worked on for about 8 months, manage an event for 3 days with 700 people flying in from across the world with ton loads of expectation, and ask him to do a project about it in 5 minutes. So I don't know, I think anyone would take the option 1. But having said that, since I have no other option, I would like to talk about what really happened in DTAC and what was from the learning point of view. Now, I would like to tell you that there are at times, as a speaker, as a Toastmaster, you don't really know that what to prepare for. And today is that speech of mine where I cannot just prepare a speech and deliver. I can just live the experience or relive the experience and narrate what did really happen. But before we start, I would like you to see a very small clipping of for the very day when the idea started and we proposed it to everyone around. Let me know if you can hear as well. This I will. Please give me a thumbs up if you can hear well as well.
Yes, we can hear. The volume is a bit low, Deepak.
If you ask me that, Deepak, you need to raise every strand of hair on your body, what will you do? I will go back and in time and look at this video. So basically, there are a lot of I don't really know how to start it, but I will have to. So basically, the project that I have named it as Communicated Happiness because it's been more than a year now. We finished, we are done with DTAC, and the DTAC was just not another event. So just for the benefit of guests, the pinnacle of the public speaking, where one reaches the title or achieves the title of world champion in public speaking, that happens at the international convention. And a step before is DTAC, District Toastmaster Annual Conference, and that happens in various regions at various interval, when just before the world champion in public speaking. So it's one event where who's and who of anyone who's participating and in the Toastmaster community gathers together and celebrate and take part and network and have fun and learn from each other. So that's basically a DTAC in nutshell. Is I've attended about 5-6 DTACs, and when the opportunity was given, and I will have to quote here DTM VP Menon, who proposed my name to be the DTAC chair, and when it came into my lap and I could not be, I did not really know basically what I was getting into. But DTAC was just more than one project, any other project. DTAC was nothing but any less than any expression, because from the time go, the theme that I had in mind was communicating happiness. It was the year of happiness. No, sorry, it was not the year of happiness, but yes, it was very, very prominent in my head. And what we wanted to do as a team, we only wanted to create an experience and to see that how it can become a massive learning episode for all. And that's what really happened at DTAC. very quickly, I'll take you through learnings. One of the very first learning is that you need to trust your gut. So when I say this, I mean that every member that was there in my team, or the team that I worked with, the core members, every person was handpicked. You see DTM Srivalsan there as well. He was a venue manager. Yes, I remember the meeting where Colonel Murad was also there, and we were worried about sponsorships and everything. And that meeting where his name popped up, because at that point, till that point in time, we did not really have a venue chair. So trust your. So what I realized is it's important to trust your gut when it comes to bringing right people on board and going with what you really want to do. So the logo that you see is created by Bosco. The theme that was selected, I was adamant that only if this is the theme we are going ahead. Very first learning has been trust your gut always. So this used to be the core team, and then we moved on with almost, if not less, almost 200 members who worked behind the scene. Second thing that I learned the most, that people who you are working with, they are more than just people. Now there will be always synergies, because people are coming in from different backgrounds. They all have different ideas. So I know about 10 to 12 people here have attended DTAC, and they would second that we were full of ideas, and the kind of marketing that we did was a galore for many to watch. We all had a vision. We wanted to bring the maximum happiness on board. Once again, Colonel Murad was also tried his best to reach to Happiness Ministry, though things did not really work for various reasons, but we all had a vision to make it happen and make it happen big. You all, once you work with people, you all have to, or as a leader, you have to be in the capacity who listens well, because that's where you start accepting the ideas. And along the way, you have to enjoy little successes, and that's what we did when we were struggling so much with the sponsorship. Even 10,000 dirham or 5,000 dirham that came our way. Even the last day, Toastmaster Khilji from Oman. So I'm taking a lot of names here. Toastmaster Khilji from Oman helped us through. So these are few snapshots from we are just more than who we are. So it's we are combination of all of us around. Nauf was out of the blue, someone who's an Omani and happened to be so amazing when it comes to designing. She was in the team, and we had the fitness challenge as well. You will sweat, so there'll be a lot of learning. So we had worries with regards to sponsorship, and people resisting to a lot of ideas, and alignment with regards to people coming from different cultural backgrounds, and working with a lot of various vendors and providers and generation. Also, I would like to mention here, Toastmasters is a huge basket when it comes to age group. So people will say things cannot happen with regards to fees, with regard to program, with regard to setup, and a lot of challenges. But then we did sail through. But yes, for a big project, the learnings are going to be that yes, you will sweat. Last but not the least, you always have to be different. So if you remember, those who have attended the program, we had fitness challenges. We had, for this very girl, Ashna Takhtani, we had to get a special permission from DTCM, because she is below age who can come to podium as a speaker. If you see, just taking a reference from Mars speech from Reggie, we have a guy who is planning to go to Mars soon. He's one of the last 100 to go to Mars. Mikola, we have Amal, Colonel Murad's daughter, the very first parkour enthusiast and first Emirati from UAE. Ashna Takhtani, Richard Dean, I'm sure many of you have heard him on Business Breakfast. So we did our best to bring in the best of the flavor when it comes to happiness. So once again, a lot of team members. Right at the extreme right, you see Zuma's mom and dad. And everything was converted in Arabic as well. We tried our best to make all the noises, Jyotika being the very first registration in Dubai. So there was a lot of element of bringing uniqueness or USP or X factor or whatever you may want to call it, but letting everyone know that we are just beyond any other DTAC. Finger art and happiness team, down the lane and bringing up memories. So we had it all, and which is what I think, in a nutshell, made what we had to bring to the table. So my key learnings have been from this very project. As I said, it's never easy to sum up a mega project in just 5 minutes, but to trust your guts. People are just more than people, and you have to be different. I know I have overshot the time, but very quickly, many of you have not been to DTAC, which is why I would like you to see about a minute clipping.
Contestants and contestants in the great room middle, please. Might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sometimes she's here, you can take a break. Hot air balloon that could go to space. Yeah, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room, you know what happened. Bring me down, can't none bring me down. The love is too high, bring me down, can't none bring me down. I said, clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Clap along if you feel. Shot in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off of it, moving so phenomenally. You're more like the way we rock it. Shoot when you dance, dance, dance. Feel it good creeping up on you, so just dance, dance, dance. Come on, all those things I shouldn't do, but you dance, dance, dance. And ain't nobody leaving.
Thank you, and over to you.
Can I request Bosco to unmute everyone? Great.
Hey guys, I went overboard, but this is what I could do the best to squeeze it in.
Absolutely.
No worries, Deepak. I am.
Jyoti, you're on mute.
Jyoti, can you unmute yourself?
No worries, Deepak. I don't think so anyone minded that, because you communicated happiness then, you communicated happiness today. I could see Nadine crying, and she's still crying, of course, with tears of joy. So thank you for bringing back that beautiful memories. Thank you so much. Shukran, shukran. Can I
You're
request
welcome.
you to just give me a 1 minute on red light on 1 minute? I would like to give time for feedback for the evaluators. They can just evaluate. Sagar, just give me a red light in 1 minute. So yeah, we are good. Can I request timer to share the timer's report, please, Sagar? Toastmaster Sagar, please unmute yourself and share the timer's report.
DTM Ramesh sir, took 5 minutes 55 seconds. Toastmaster Reginald 10 minutes 5 seconds. Toastmaster Deepak 11 minutes 20 seconds. So Toastmaster DTM Ramesh is qualified for the.
Okay.
So there is no voting.
There is no voting.
No voting.
Okay. Now, after that lovely session of project speeches, it's time for a special session by an extra special person. But for this respected person's introduction, I'll leave the floor to our club president, Toastmaster Nizar.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Yes, we'll be having very amazing Toastmaster in the whole world. He's our DTM, Mohammed Murad. He'll be installing the new committee. But before we do that, I would like just to say something to you. I would like just to say the goodbye, if we can say the goodbye words that I'll be leaving this club with before we have our new EXCOM installed officially. So dear members and guests, actually, really what I have started this meeting with, that I feel very thankful for all of you for what you have done. By the end of this meeting, you will see that when we'll be talking about the club achievements in the final club progress report, you will see that we have done so many things together. We have very good results and very beautiful achievements. And it's all because of you. No one can claim the credit for that except yourself, you, the member who's attending the club since the beginning of this year until this moment, until this meeting. The president has done nothing, the EXCOM has done nothing. We only have tried to do something, and you have supported us. You were there when we needed you. This is why your club is one of the best in District 105. So this time, really thank you. If I wish, if I can, I wish I can give you all 5,000 dirhams as I promised. But I think what we are getting from Toastmaster is more than money, more that can be evaluated for any amount. And I would like to thank all the people who worked with me, the 6 other officers. Thank you all very much. You've been really great all the time, doing your best, working hard. No one is just seeing what you're doing, but behind the scenes, you are doing so many things. You are taking so much time from your personal and career life and dedicated that time and efforts to your club, which is great and amazing. Thank you, the beautiful EXCOM of this year. I'm very happy that the coming EXCOM members are as strong and as good, if not better, than the current EXCOM. So this is why I'm not very sad that a very good EXCOM is going away, because maybe a better one is coming for a whole year ahead. If there's anything I would like to leave you with, it's the advice that I have. I think I grabbed something from Toastmasters, and I'll give it to you with 2 words. If you'd like to develop yourself, if you'd like to improve yourself, just serve without waiting for a return. Don't wait for anyone to clap for you, to mention your name, even to talk about you. Just serve in silence, and you'll be rewarded automatically from all the people around you without you even feeling it. I would like to leave you with the quote, which says, inspire others without expecting anything in return, because the true joy is in giving. And this is why we are here. We are here to learn and have joy by giving to other people without a return. With that, I would like to leave you with our past international president and our DTM, Colonel Mohammed Murad. Please go ahead.
Thank you very much, Nizar. We share every little word that you have said with all the feelings, and we thank that outgoing EXCOM from all our hearts. So I will commence with the installation of the new officers. But before that, if all the current officers are online, I would like to inform you and the members that at this time you are discharged from all your duties and responsibilities. Thank you for your excellent service to this club. Please join me in thanking them once again. I'm here to install the new officers of Dubai Toastmasters. Their collective challenge is to make this club one of the best Toastmasters clubs in Toastmasters International, which they have done for year after year with previous EXCOM and members. This will involve helping the members achieve their goals as well as leading the club to President's Distinguished Club status this coming year. Each officer is obligated to attend monthly club executive meetings, to attend club officer trainings held twice a year, prepare a successor of his or her respective office. I will now describe the challenges and the key responsibilities of each officer, beginning with the Sergeant at Arms. We do not have a gavel, but I would like to keep the gavel in heart and in mind as a sign of taking authority and a sign of responsibility towards the members of the club. Toastmaster Gautam Kumar. As Sergeant at Arms, you will arrange the meeting location, maintain club equipment in working order, ensure that adequate club supplies are available, set the room before the meetings begin, and in our case right now, virtual rooms. Make all relevant educational and PR materials are displayed. Attend the special equipment needs if any of the members need them. Greet the guests and help the president make sure the meeting begins on time. Toastmaster Gautam Kumar, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Hold on. Yes, I'll perform all of these to the best of my abilities, and also today as the arc counter.
Thank you so much. The Treasurer, Toastmaster Alifia Sura. Your responsibilities will be to maintain an accurate membership roster and attendance. Submit the new club officer list to Toastmasters International by June 30th. Work with the treasurer to ensure, the treasurer's role. Treasurer's role would be to keep the financial records and prepare the club budget, announce when it's time for members to pay dues, explain the dues structure to members, which is very important at the beginning of their journey, collect dues, which is again very important for the club's health, work with the secretary to ensure that the club submits dues promptly on time to Toastmasters International World Headquarters. Toastmaster Alifia, will you, to the best of your abilities, perform these duties?
Yes, I will.
Thank you so much. Now for the secretary, Toastmaster Tasabih Amiruddin.
Colonel Tasabih
Your
is not
responsibilities will to maintain accurate membership roster and attendance, submit the new club officer list to Toastmasters International by June 30th, work with the treasurer to ensure that new member applications and dues get to Toastmasters World Headquarters as soon as possible, and provide the club with minutes of each meeting. Toastmaster Tasabih, will you, to the best of your ability, perform these duties?
Colonel Murad, Tasabih is not available now.
Not there, so in absentia, I believe they will take on these responsibilities. Vice President, Public Relations, Toastmaster Royju Paul. The Vice President, Public Relations attract visitors to the club through free publicity and probably sometimes paid publicity if the EXCOM approves. Use a variety of means to promote the club in the community and within the organization that we have members in. Enlist your fellow club members in PR activities, providing them with promotional material and ideas for inviting guests. Regularly recognize member achievements with methods such as announcements, newsletters, emails, and articles that you submit for the newsletter. Toastmaster Royju, will you, to your best ability, perform these duties?
Yes, I will.
Thank you, Royju. Vice President Membership, Sagar Khurana. Your duties will be to lead the club membership building efforts to achieve the membership goal of 8 new members, while the VPPR motivates people to visit your club. You motivate the current members to invite guests. Promptly give new member applications and views to the secretary and treasurer. Personally greet guests and provide them with guest packets if available, including a membership application, which is key. Make sure each guest hears about the benefits of Toastmasters and gets a personal invitation to become a member. And lastly, represent your club at area council meetings. Toastmaster Sagar, will you, to the best of your abilities, perform these duties?
Yes, I will. More than 100% I will give.
Thank you so much. And now for Vice President Education, Toastmaster Minesh Ratnadurai. The duties of the Vice President Education entail gain commitments from members to set educational goals for themselves, assure that the club members are aware of the schedule of the meeting roles, plan meetings that will assist members in meeting their goals, work with club members to keep meetings fun and well run, like the team we have today. Work with your members to ensure that they submit their applications for education awards promptly. Provide for educational topics at club meetings, such as those from the successful club series and the Better Speaker series. Represent your club at area council meetings. As the second highest ranking officer, preside over the meetings when the president is absent. Toastmaster Minesh, will you, to your best of abilities, perform these duties?
Yes, I will, to the best of my abilities.
Thank you. Toastmaster Bosco Mascarenas, you will perform these duties as president of Dubai Toastmasters. You are the chief executive officer. Thus, you preside at all club meetings and all meetings of the club executive committee. It is your challenge to see that the club adds new members and meets the needs of its current members to achieve their communication and leadership goals. Realize that among the resources available for you are fellow club members, club officer team, club officer's handbook, very important, area director, division director, and the whole of the district's website and all other district officers also. So you are not confined within the club's officers and members, but you go outside to reach out to the whole district if possible. You will be holding the gavel at each meeting as a symbol of the power and authority that the club has given you during the term of office. I'm confident that you will use it wisely and with restraint. Toastmaster Bosco Mascarenas, as the leader of the club, will you work with the executive team and club members to make Dubai Toastmasters a President's Distinguished Club this year?
Yes, I will, to the best of my abilities.
Thank you. I would like the microphones to be unmuted now, please, because I will address the members. If members would please pay attention. Your officer team has just pledged to serve this club to the best of its ability, to be the best Toastmasters club possible, and to meet the need of all the members. Your club will need active participation from each member. Do you as members pledge to work together with your officer team to make Dubai Toastmasters the finest Toastmasters club it can possibly be?
Yes, we will.
Yes, we will.
Yes,
Yes.
we will.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will.
Thank you.
Sir, please unmute yourself.
Colonel, you need to unmute yourself.
I have the pleasure, the sincere pleasure, to declare these Toastmaster officers installed in their respective club. Officers, please join me in welcoming them and pledging to help them in making this club a very successful club, that, like it has been doing for the many, many past years.
All the best, Bosco and team. Go rock.
Sir, please unmute yourself.
Toastmaster of the day, back to you.
Shukran, sir, for that lovely installation. I'm sure our new EXCOM, they're all charged up to now take up the role after this session. Shukran, sir. So, now after this EXCOM installation.
Jyoti, my acceptance speech is pending.
Okay.
So can you hand out to Nizar? Nizar will give an introduction and then he can.
Sure. Okay. So Toastmaster Nizar, please take it up from here.
Okay, thank you very much, Lucy. Thank you, Colonel Murad. Thank you very much for doing the installation for us. Congratulations to the all new officers. I would like to ask all the club members to support them. A lot of things is waiting for them to do. Without you, again, they can do nothing. So please, let's support these new leaders, these great new leaders. And I would like to hand over to our new president, Bosco Mascarenas, to give us some inspiration about his role and the EXCOM role for the next year. Please go ahead, Bosco.
Thank you, Nizar. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes.
I vividly remember attending Dubai Toastmasters Club meeting as a guest. Little did I imagine that in 4 years' time, I will get an opportunity to serve the same club as its president. My journey in Toastmasters is nothing but exhilarating. I owe Toastmasters a great deal for building my self-confidence and my self-awareness, for discovering my true potential and maximizing it, for transforming me into a person who that I am today. I want to say Shukran from the bottom of my heart to Toastmaster Dr. Balan Vijay Kumar for introducing me to Toastmasters and particularly to Dubai Toastmasters Club. My special thanks goes to Distinguished Toastmaster VP Menon, Distinguished Toastmaster Uma, Distinguished Toastmaster Ramesh Anantaraman, and Toastmaster Deepak Gulati for always supporting me in my journey. It's a privilege and honor to be part of a club which is 24 years old, which is the first club in Dubai, which is the home club of past international president and distinguished Toastmaster Colonel Murad, which is filled with DTMs and senior members who are with 10, 15 and 20 years experience. The club which has a legacy that every member can be proud of. The trust bestowed on me has ignited a flame within. This is my time to give back in multiples of what I received or took away from the club experience. My foremost duty is to preserve the legacy of this great club. We are entering the 25th year of chartering Dubai chapter. So this is going to be a year of celebration. I am envisioning that all senior members who were once part of Dubai Toastmasters Club to be back again in the club and witness this once in a lifetime celebration. With the support of the wonderful and dedicated team that I have, I will make sure that we have the best of member experience. Every member's growth will be a priority. We will not compromise on the fun that we always have in the learning process. So I welcome you all to this year of celebration, and once again, Shukran.
Thank you, our President, Bosco Mascarenhas, for the nice words. We are all beholden and grateful for you for delivering these inspirational sentences. We are all sure you'll be doing great job next year with your EXCOM because you have already done. So we have been enjoying being with you for the last few years. We are sure you are the right person. You'll be doing marvelous job next year. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, President. So now it's time for a fun-filled session. It's my favorite table topic session. To bring table topics to you, I have Toastmaster Nadine. What do I say about her? She's just been a Toastmaster for 2 years, but I can guarantee that every member of this club will vouch when I say that her energy is more than the combined energy of all the members. Because her heart is so magnanimous, when I asked her about gratitude, she sent me a long list. But finally, we decided to say this one. Back in Egypt, at the pyramids, there was this young tour guide who not only gave Nadine and her family some beautiful memories to take back, but also he got gifts for them from his own money. What a random act of kindness. So my friends, let's hoot for our crazy and lovable table topic master, Toastmaster Nadeem.
Thank you so much, Jyoti. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, I'll be the table topics master. Table topics are impromptu speeches. The purpose of table topics is to help members to think on their own and speak on given subject for 1 to 2 minutes maximum. It also allows speaking opportunities for everyone in a safe and friendly environment. So let's be beholden to this opportunity. Selected speakers, unfortunately, there will be only 3 because of the time. So don't forget, please, to pin the timer. Toastmaster Sagar, kindly he will illuminate green light for 1 minute, amber light for 1 minute and 30 seconds, red light for 2 minutes. And then you all have 30 seconds as grace time. Less than 1 minute, more than 2 minutes, 30 seconds, you will be disqualified speaker. A gentle reminder requesting you all, please, if you can, to use the word of the day, which is beholden. I will announce my victims now. I'm trying to see names and they're running. Okay, may I ask Toastmaster Harish Krishnan to be one of the speakers? Are you there, sir?
Yeah, very much. Thanks,
Hello,
Nadeem.
good evening. Okay. Let me get you. Wow, I got one thing. Okay. Toastmaster Harish, do you remember a dream where you wake up and you said, Alhamdulillah, thanks God, I'm only dreaming? Tell us about it. Do you remember a dream where you wake up and you said, Alhamdulillah, that's only a dream, or I'm only dreaming? Tell us about it, Toastmaster Harish.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Nadeem. The subject is a bit long, so I don't want to repeat it. But yeah, once I was driving through a thick forest, and all on a sudden, all those creepy trees was blocking the road, and I had to ride a bike. And there was somebody with me, and I was not sure. We were, I think it was 2 to 3 bikes were there, and we drove all the way, and suddenly there came a train crossing, railway crossing, and we saw a girl, a little girl. This was almost midnight, and we saw a little girl waving her hand, asking for a lift. But then the bike ahead of me, the one who was riding, which was also my close friend, he noticed something special, which was that the girl didn't have the legs. She was floating in the air. Then he yelled at me, Harish, don't stop, don't stop. There's something wrong. So then I was reducing my throttle, but then I just put it back and then charged and went. Then in that, I almost was crossing the railway cross, which was ahead of us, and the bar to block us came down because there was a train supposed to come at that time. Somehow in that time, I slightly skid the bike and I fell down. And then suddenly my mom said, get up, now it's time to go to office. Okay, enough is enough. So that is when I realized, oh, I am still alive. I'm not in that place. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Let me move to my second victim, Toastmaster Saleh. Long time I didn't see you. Toastmaster Saleh?
Yes, hi, good evening.
Hi, good evening, sir. Okay, your question is, would you like to work with a colleague you are always helping, but he never says thank you? Would you like to work with a colleague you are always helping him, but he never says thank you. Toastmaster Saleh.
Good evening, everyone. Yeah, why not? I will continue helping him.
Yourself, Saleh.
Sorry. You can hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Saleh, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Yeah, actually, I will continue helping and supporting this colleague, even if he didn't say thanks or he appreciate what support I give him. Maybe the support I give him is not satisfied for him. And for me, I have two different colleagues who I expect from him to appreciate or not expecting. In case the colleague is a female, I will continue supporting and helping. I will not wait for thanks. But if he's a guy, where is Sagar? Okay. But if he's a guy, maybe I will support him once, twice, but after that he should thanks. Because if he thanks me, really, it support me. I feel that why not to continue supporting him and helping him. Maybe I faced this in my work actually, that I trained some people and I give them the full support, and later on they left, suppose, and they went for work to other companies and they forget totally what I give them as a knowledge and training. All that was not appreciated at all. But for me, it's really that when I help somebody, I don't look for that he will thank me or he will, I will not wait for that. I will really continue, even he is a male, female, Sagar, or any guy, no problem. I am ready always to help and support. Thank you very much. Over to you.
Thank you, sir. Thanks, Menon. May I ask a guest, Toastmaster Wafa? Are you there?
Yes, yes, I'm here.
Would you like to participate? Be my victim?
I hope it's an easy question, though.
Okay, it's the longest one, but it's an easy one.
Okay,
it's
let's
the
give it
longest
a try.
one. So, open your ears, okay?
Okay.
Me expressing gratitude to someone, me personally, without saying thank you, I would give warm hug, big smile, like Lavashkari smile, sweet kiss, different gift, wow surprise, staring grateful looks, crazy jumps, doing double things secretly. You as Wafa, how would you express your gratitude to someone without saying or uttering a word, and why you choose this way? Shall I repeat it again, Wafa?
Yes, please do.
Me expressing gratitude to someone without saying thank you would be giving warm hug, big smile like Lavashkiri, sweet kiss, different gift, wow surprise, staring grateful looks, crazy jumps, woo, doing double things back secretly. How would you express your gratitude back, Wafa, without uttering a word to anyone? And why you use that way, please?
Thank you very much. I think it's a very long and tough question. And I think there are different ways to say thank you to people. It depends on how close those people to you or how far those people to you. Like, for example, the way I will say thank you to my mom, maybe by hugging her because she's my mom. But to a colleague or a friend, I might not get that chance to, like, for example, hug. I might give a gift, for example, or I can surprise that person. I met many people throughout my life, especially during my studies in the US. My mentors, my friends, I met people from around the world. I did not get a chance to say thank you or hug them. Some people I smiled back to them, some people I surprised them, some people I invited them for a cup of coffee. So I think there are different ways of saying thank you to people. Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm much more beholden to all my victims. Thank you for tonight. And back to you, Jyoti. If you don't mind all, just remember to vote for the best table topic speakers.
Yes.
Thank you.
Shukran, Toastmaster Nadine, for that fun. Can we have the timers report, please, Toastmaster Sagar?
Toastmaster 1 minute 38 seconds. Toastmaster Saleh 1 minute 53 seconds.
Hello?
Saleh, we can, sorry, Sagar, we cannot hear you.
Sagar,
we lost you.
All are qualified for the voting.
Qualified, okay. So our Sergeant at Arms, Master Alifia, has shared with you a link. Please, can everyone vote for the best table topic speaker? It's there on the chat box as well, and she's shared a screen as well. It's for the best table topic speaker.
And all can vote, including guests.
Everyone can vote, including the guests. You can scan this from your phone, or you can use the link to directly vote. Yes, we go to proceed. Has everyone voted? Can I see a thumbs up? Yes, most of us have voted. Okay, so after that crazy session, it's now actually time for a report card session. Just joking. So in the first half of this meeting, we got to enjoy some lovely speeches. When we were enjoying those speeches, the evaluators were critically analyzing them, but for their own good. So on that note, I would like to call my first evaluator, Toastmaster Minesh. In just 2 years, Minesh has achieved so much. He was the division level champion at the International Contest 2020 and is our club's next VP Education. His moment of gratitude. 5 years ago, Minesh was in a really tough spot, looking for work, and had exhausted all his options. At that critical time, out of nowhere, he got an interview call, and his current line manager, who was back then his interviewer, took a chance on him. Minesh says thank you to his manager. Shukran. Toastmaster Minesh will be evaluating distinguished Toastmaster Ramesh. So ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for our supremely talented Toastmaster Minesh.
There's a song by Phil Collins that has the lyrics, "In teaching, you will learn, and in learning, you will teach." And so has distinguished Toastmaster Ramesh Anantaraman taught us as he has learned from those beholden, disguised teachers as he attempted his dynamic leadership level 1, project 2, first speech. A very good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. The first thing that I loved about this speech was that opening. It was a cold opening and took us to a very familiar place, the classroom. As he set the stage where students were talking, interacting, and created a scenario. This worked effectively. And I felt it could have been even more effective if the speaker didn't spend those extra few seconds in the start thanking the TMOD and just started straight away. Another thing I noticed at that point was the screen area. I felt that the speaker could have set up his camera to have a wider area so that we could have enjoyed his delivery through movement and use of stage. What I loved even more was the structure of the speech. It was done brilliantly. He first took us to the classroom where he took a decision to talk about teachers in the traditional sense, and then move us through his speech very smoothly, very effectively, and very consciously to talk about those disguised teachers. And it was done very well through the use of stories to elaborate his points and his own experiences. You can tell he's a distinguished Toastmaster because he has those 3 C's: calmness, confidence, and cadence. And it pours out, it ripples out through his speech as it engages us and pulls us in word by word. As he gave his, as he went on to the body of the speech, I felt that there were 2 areas where he could have really enhanced and took it to the next level. First, there were moments where the speaker tiptoed onto being a little bit too casual, which could have been reined in to a more prepared, structured setting. Secondly, the speaker, I felt, lost a little bit of momentum because he had humor in that first story, talking about the shape of zero being also a shape, and he could have brought that humor in to enhance his second stories or second and third stories. But it was ended masterfully, moving on with the theme of the day and taking it back to the TMOD so fluidly. It was just done brilliantly. In summary, it was an excellent speech. I really enjoyed it, with few points of improvement, with stage area, those small moments of casualness, and bringing in a little bit more humor to punch it up. I look forward to seeing the speech taking on this feedback and delivered again. Over to you.
Shukran Toastmaster Minesh for that critical evaluation. So next, our next evaluator is Toastmaster Mohammed Rashid. Toastmaster Rashid has been a Toastmaster for 12 years. He's not only an active member of DTC, but also Lagoon Club, where he held the past presidency post. He's very grateful to Toastmasters for helping him out to get rid of his fear of public speaking. With a huge round of applause, let's welcome Toastmaster Mohammed Rashid.
Shukran, Toastmaster Jyoti. Toastmaster Jyoti, fellow Toastmasters, guests, and Toastmaster Reginald. Congratulations on completing your 40th speech and on your way to the DTM. In today's speech, you had a potpourri of different ideas, different concepts. You took us to the moon first and then to the Mars, and then landed us back in the middle of the pandemic. Now, your opening was spectacular. It was the man landing on the moon, and then the quote was also heard that one small step for the man, but one giant leap for the mankind. Beautiful. And then there was a slight interrupt, but you managed it really well. You paused and then you continued with your speech. I liked it. I also like the way you compared the senselessness of migration to Mars by comparing the situation of Canada with Kerala. Canada has a huge areas of land where the density of population the Canada has huge areas of land while Kerala has a density of population, or the population density is high, so we can migrate to Canada. So that was a good way of conveying an abstract concept of the migration in an interesting way. I also like the way you quote Warren Buffett, that someone is sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. So that is also was in line with what is required in the manual, that you have to use quotes. But I have some areas of improvement as well. The project talks about one abstract concept. Research and analyze an abstract concept, but you had not one, but 2 or 3 concepts. So I wished if you had stuck to one concept and explain it. Now, the title was also kind of misleading. Your title was going to the moon, whereas it had, you took us also to the Mars, and then you were talking about pandemic. Again, I wished you had stuck, your title conveyed, what exactly you were trying to speak. And the closing, despite, hooray, that was my 40th speech, but the closing of your speech itself was very low. I wish you had the same burst of energy when you told us about your 40th speech in your closing of your speech itself. So that is something which you can take care. And regarding eye contact, it seems it doesn't matter in an online, but it really matters a lot, because the connection with you is lost when you are looking somewhere else. So I have a tip to you for this. You can have the script on the screen itself and read from that. But my primary option, or the primary option should be to read without notes. But alternatively, you can have the script on the screen and read it, so that the way you will have the eye contact, and you can also refer to your notes. So overall, I want to congratulate you again for your 40th speech, and on the ACG Advanced Communicator Gold, and also on the way to your DTM. Wish you all the best, Toastmaster Reginald.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rashid.
Now it's time for our final evaluator, Toastmaster Sri Valsan. What do I say about him? He's been a Toastmaster for 20 years. Currently, he is the member of Sharjah Toastmasters and UAE Advanced Toastmasters Club in Dubai. His moment of gratitude. Toastmaster Sri Valsan is immensely grateful to his previous boss, who stood with him when he decided to quit the job to take care of his father, who was in the last stages of cancer. His boss gave him 3 months leave so that he could still hold on to his job and return. We need more people like him in the world. Shukran. Dubai chapter, let's give a very warm welcome to our guest Toastmaster, Toastmaster Sri Valsan.
Thank you. The purpose of the speech is to present result of high performance leadership project that the Toastmaster has completed successfully, which is measurable, it's quantitative and result oriented. Dear Toastmasters, guests, and Toastmaster Deepak Gulati in my particular. I beholded to Deepak Gulati as I was part of his team as a hospitality chair in DTAC 2019, communicating happiness. And did we all communicate happiness during the project? Of course, I can endorse him as a part of his team. At the end of the project, we were happy, and everybody who attended DTAC were very, very happy. So during this project, he shared his experience and also the scope of the project. It is really relevant to the audience that, DTAC, which is very close to all Toastmasters' heart, that it was a very successful project. DTAC 2019 is memorable, and we all know that how well it was executed. So I say the project was indeed very, very, very successful. The key point that is shared was, of course, is more of synergy, vision, listen, and enjoy the little success. During the course of things, what he had learned, more of experience, the expressions, and also massive learning as a project leader. It is not as same as running a club. A DTAC is a big project. So indeed, picking up the right team and executing the whole show was the whole thing of this project. As I say, it was indeed very, very well done, Deepak Gulati. So most of the people who are here in the Dubai Club knows how successful the project was. If I take what you have done better on your presentation was, of course, other than time management, Deepak is known to all of us that he's very funny and very humorous and always come out with some sense of humor in his presentation. But today, when he was communicating happiness, he was quite serious. He never smiled. I was looking for his smile and some fun elements, which he never had. Second thing, for time management, he shouldn't have put 2 videos. He should have concluded 1 video, the end one, which was really relevant. People can really connect with it, because you can see a lot of members in that. And third thing, which I tell you on a project like this, is that you should tell some difficulties which you went through the project and how you overcame that. That is the learning for the members who are listening, because people want to listen to the story like that. What difficulty he faced and how he overcame that situation. So all in all, Deepak is a confident Toastmaster. He, rather than speaking, he was just communicating to all the members very casually. He's a confident speaker, of course, And indeed, a project is successful, that we all know, the DTAC. So all in all, it is a wonderful project, Deepak. Looking forward to your next project. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Lovely evaluation. Now, can I request our timer, Toastmaster Sagar, for the timer's report, please? Sagar, please unmute yourself. Yeah.
Toastmaster Minesh, 3 minutes 25 seconds. Toastmaster Rashid, 3 minutes 28 seconds. Toastmaster Balakrishnan, 2 minutes 58 seconds. So all are qualified for the voting.
All are qualified, and only members can vote for this one. Okay. So can I see thumbs up if people have voted? Yes. Alif, you can stop sharing the screen. I think people voted. Okay. Shukran, Alifia. Now, let's move on to our next segment, which is the R counter. To take over our counter, we have Toastmaster Gautam. Toastmaster Gautam has been a Toastmaster for just 6 months, but actively participates in meetings and is also our club's new Sergeant at Arms. He would like to express his gratitude to his uncle, who gave him the advice to communicate with others. Shukran. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for our counter master, Toastmaster Gautam.
Greetings, Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests. The purpose of the R counter is to note words and sounds that are used as a crutch or pause filler by anyone who speaks. During a meeting, I will listen for overused words, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for filler sounds, including and I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase, such as I, or this means. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Now, to start with, Toastmaster Alifia has no filler words. Toastmaster Nazar has 15 ers and 4 repeats in total. Toastmaster Jyoti has 5 ers. Toastmaster Rejo has 1 r. Toastmaster Ramesh has 2 ers, 2 buts, 1 repeat. Toastmaster Reginald has no filler words. Toastmaster Deepak has 13 ers, 2 so's, and 6 repeats. Toastmaster Saga has no filler words. Toastmaster Murad has 15 ers and 2 repeats. Toastmaster Nadine has 2 arms, 1 and 1 repeat. Toastmaster Minesh has 1 Toastmaster Rashid had 2 arms, 6 Toastmaster Srivalsan has 1 butt. Toastmaster Harish has 1 and 6 Toastmaster Saleh has 3 and Toast Guest Master Wafa has 2 arms. Yes, that's it. Over to you.
Oh, thank you, Shukran, Toastmaster Gautam, for that critical evaluation of A's and ums. Now let's hear it from our word master, Toastmaster Rejo. How many times was his word of the day used during the meeting? Toastmaster Rejo.
Shukran, TMOD, Jyoti. The word of the day, beholden, was used 5 times today. Once by TMOD, once by President Toastmaster Nizar, twice by Table Topics Master Toastmaster Nadeem, and once by Toastmaster Minish. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Shukran, Toastmaster Rejo. Okay, so now after the R counter and the words report, we'll move on to our grammarian, Toastmaster Nora. Toastmaster Nora again has been just a member for a year, but has left lasting impression on so many of us with her speeches and confidence. Her moment of gratitude. She feels grateful to her younger sister who supported her in Barcelona when her luggage was stolen at the airport. She helped her by taking help of the embassy. Toastmaster Nora got her luggage back and says Shukran to her sister for her kind gesture. Dubai chapter, let's hear it for our grammarian Toastmaster Nora.
Hello, hi guys. So with today's grammarian report, I would say we'll start with speaker 1. What is the pandemic teaches us? What does the pandemic teaches us? Your coworker shares the tough times. Your coworkers share the tough times. Table topic master. It's also always. Okay, I'm not sure what's that, but anyway. Next, Harish, the bike ahead of me. It's okay, but I prefer if you'd say the bike in front of me. Then another would be supporting him and helping him. When it was a female, so it was supposed to be supporting her and helping her. Evaluator 2, it seems it doesn't matter online. It seems that it doesn't matter online. And for the words I've been beholden by is Jyoti when she said, who can gel along with anyone. It's a nice expression. So that's it.
Shukran, grammarian Toastmaster Nora, for that report. Now, well, since the beginning of the meeting, I was waiting to introduce to you our general evaluator for today. Toastmaster VP Menon. He's been a Toastmaster for almost 2 decades. He started his leadership journey with Sergeant at Arms at our club and went all the way up to becoming the president. Not only that, he was also the club growth director of District 105. His friends say VP stands for very popular because not only Toastmasters in London know him, but his latest meme during lockdown went viral globally. His moment of gratitude. When it comes to gratefulness, there are 2 women in his life. Because of them, He is what he is today. Yes, sir, in a positive way. It's his mom and his wife. VP sir says he's forever grateful to both of them in all ways and cannot thank them enough. Shukran. Let's hear it for Mentor to Millions, our very own distinguished Toastmaster VP Menon.
Thank you, Jyoti. Hope all of you can hear me. In case, just a warning, in case my connection may have a problem and I log off, don't worry, I'll be back within a few seconds. Yeah, I'm sitting inside in one of the other rooms because, and the signal is little weak here because there are 3 monkeys roaming around in my house. And since I was the general evaluator, I didn't want any disturbance. So to start off, yes, fantastic meeting. It's nice to be a general evaluator, especially in a meeting where Jyoti is the Toastmaster of the day. Yeah, and especially where my good friend Bosco is going to be installed in office as the president of the club. Yeah, so 2 important reasons why it makes me happy to be the general evaluator today. Let's look at some of the role players today, beginning from the Sergeant at Arms, Alifia, as usual. It's always a pleasure to see you in the beginning. We will miss that now, but I'm sure the other Sergeant at Arms who's coming in will make up for it. Yeah, I mean, he can't actually make up to be you, but then he will bring in his own charisma. But it was a pleasure seeing you in the beginning of the meeting, and thank you very much. And we are happy you're part of the executive committee. Next, we had our, and a good introduction to the president. I mean, it's very challenging to introduce the same person every alternate week, unless that person changes. But unfortunately, the president doesn't change. But in spite of that, you actually gave some very good introductions for him throughout this year. Yeah. And President Nizar been doing a wonderful job in this year as the leader of the club. It was very nice to hear that he's been keeping track of how many meetings he's attended, and this is his 100th meeting. Let's all give him a big round of applause because it's a milestone attendance for him. I honestly don't remember 18 years back what was the meeting number when I first walked into Dubai Toastmasters Club. But it's nice to see Nizar knowing that what was the meeting number 548 when he walked in, and today it's 648. The mathematics game, I actually fell for it because I really thought he's going to, because it's the end of the term and he's in a very good mood because his term is coming to an end, no tension, no stress, yeah, everything being passed on to Bosco. So I really thought he's going to give us some money. But good. That was a very nice game that you played. I felt that he spoke a little fast today, a little too fast, I would say. But again, I don't blame him. Probably it's because, you know, he wants to wrap up everything fast and hand over to the new president and then relax. So it was a little bit of a fast talk today, maybe because of the excitement, yeah, whatever it is. Not a complaint, just an observation. And then we had the role players coming in one by one, and we had the first role player was the word master Raijo. I'm very happy that the word was used so many times, beholden. You know, it connected to the theme. Suggestions would, he did it very well. The suggestion would be to the Zoom host to show the slide effectively because it's probably not in his control. Or I don't know who was monitoring the slides, but whoever was, you know. So the slides, there was some confusion, but that's okay. Just make sure that it's done well the next time because we will be continuing with these online meetings for a while. Then we had the project speakers coming in, 3 wonderful speakers and 2 milestone projects out of that. One was a 40th speech, meaning completion of Distinguished Toastmasters 40 speeches to make your DTM. And then, of course, one major speech, which is the HPL, High Performance Leadership Project, which is again part of the DTM journey. After that, we of course, had the EXCOM installation by none other than Mohammed Murad. And this is one club which is blessed to have one of the international past presidents as a member. And you guys, the executive committee which was installed today, are lucky people that you got installed by Mohammed Murad. Yeah, not too many club leaders get that privilege. So, but it also comes with certain challenges for you, because remember, he installed you, so he'll be watching you. Yeah. So make sure you stand up to whatever you promised him today. In fact, I'm a little worried about Sagar, because he also mentioned that he will do more than 100%. So he will be watched specially. That he's giving is more than 100%. Yeah, Bosco, what do I say? Congratulations. Bosco is a very, very good friend personally, and we do a lot of work professionally also. So yeah, I'm very happy to see him as the president of Dubai Toastmasters Club. And Bosco, you have my 100% support. More than 100% like Sagar, I don't want to promise, but yes, 100% yes.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
so
VP.
wish you all the best. And then what did we have? We had immediately, I don't think we had break today because we had so many things happening. So we immediately jumped to the table topics. Nadine, as usual, when she comes on screen, it's like a Trina Kaif coming on screen. I was very happy. I'm always very happy to see her on screen. She brings in that, very positive atmosphere, the smile, what she says. She had topics related to the theme. And she had very specific instructions for the speaker, She even went to the extent of telling the speaker, keep your ears open. Yeah, and so, I felt the last topic was a bit too long, which could have been avoided, because it becomes a little confusing when the topic is so long. That can be looked at, not just for Nadine, but all of us when we do the table topic masters role. One thing again for everybody, not just for Nadine, but all the table topic masters, whoever does that role, try to give maximum opportunity to our own club members who don't have roles. Yeah, because it's an opportunity for them to speak, and they are paying money to the club to practice their speaking skills. So we owe it to them. Saleh had to stop in between because there was somebody who created some noise, and I will tell you who it was because I know it very well, but I will mention it later. But Saleh, sorry for that. And one more thing for Nadine especially, I think she loves the word victim. Now, why she loves it, what was the past experiences she has because of which she loves that word, I don't know. I don't want to know also, because I don't want to be a victim. So just a casual comment for Nadine, try to avoid that word victim. Yeah, because it's a bit of a negative word. Yeah, but I know you meant it in fun, so it's okay. And then we had the evaluations for all the speakers. Now this is where I will go one by one about the evaluators. The first one was Minesh. I get dazzled by the way he uses the language and the way he speaks. Lots to learn from this gentleman here, and I always look forward to listening intently whenever he is speaking, because there's so much to learn from him. He started off with a very good opening in his evaluation, very good quote where teaching, learning, teaching, that connection. He spoke to the audience. He was looking at the lens, which is very difficult to do. Even I find it difficult, but he speaks to the lens. So we feel that he's speaking to us, and that's very important when you're doing virtual meetings. And that was done by his speaker also. Although probably I think he missed mentioning about it. Ramesh also, I noticed that he speaks to the lens, he speaks to the audience, which is a good habit for all of us to pick up. Amazing analysis, good analytical skills, good language, good opening body, conclusion, finish. Conclusion summary, I like this way he summarized and ended the evaluation. Mohammed Rashid for Regimon, very nice, very motivational, very good suggestions. He mentioned about the lack of eye contact from the speaker. He also mentioned about the 40th speech achievement. Suggestion to Mohammed Rashid is avoid using the word you in an evaluation. If you saw Minesh, he used the word he. So you can use the word he, or you can use the speaker, or you can use Toastmaster Reggie. Yeah. When you say you, it becomes a one-on-one conversation with the speaker, which can be avoided. I also liked something in the speaker, which I feel the evaluator could have mentioned, which is the way the speaker gave out the statistics. You know, it's very easy to say that Canada is so many kilometers wide and so much. We will not understand anything. But the way he mentioned about Canada is equals to so many times of a small state in India called Kerala. Now that actually helps us to visualize how big Canada is. That was the point I would have loved the speaker to, evaluator to mention. Coming to the last evaluator, Sri Walson, who was evaluating a very important project, which is the high performance leadership project from Deepak. So I think Reggie and Deepak is just there to become a DTM soon. He was speaking about happiness because that was the theme for DTAC. And Sri Walson looked very happy to speak about happiness. I think probably it's to do with the latest look that he is carrying, or probably the recent trip that you had to a resort, and I saw the pictures on Facebook. Yeah, so whatever it was, it's keeping him very happy. He did give some good suggestions to Deepak. In fact, the fact about speaking about happiness, but Deepak was a little low key today, which is a good point that you mentioned, which Deepak usually is not. Probably to do with the lockdown, and you know, he's not somebody who can be locked down. He doesn't like to be locked down, so probably that's what's keeping him low. He also mentioned about the time management and very good suggestions you gave Deepak on in the evaluation. So that was about the evaluation. Then we had the R counter, Gautam, coming in. Very nice observation from Gautam. In fact, he saw how many butts everybody has. So, and I wonder when people are sitting, how do you manage to see how many butts they have? Anyway, jokes apart, good report from Gautam. Very well done. Word master, I'm very happy, and I'm sure Raijo, you're also happy that the word was used very well. So it was a good word, and I'm sure people will continue to use it even after the meeting. Grammarian Nora, good report, brief, crisp. A few suggestions would be, you started off, as a grammarian, it's all about language. You started off by saying, hi guys. Now, hi guys is a slang language. Probably as a grammarian, we can avoid that. And we could say hello Toastmasters or hello members or whatever. Better use of the language. And also my personal suggestion is avoid mentioning the names of members who made the errors. If you're talking about something good, the way the language was used well, you can name the member, but mistakes, I think it is better to give it without naming the member who made that mistake. Yeah, so it's okay. We get the message that this is the correction that needs to be done. Who did it doesn't matter. But yes, the good things, you can always mention names. I think that was the last of the sessions before I came in, Jyoti. And generally, some general tips from my side would be, you know, Timer Sagar. Oh yes, Timer Sagar, you did a very good job, including host Bosco as the Zoom host. Few suggestions, generic again, whenever you are doing the meeting and whoever is the host, mute people, you know, because sometimes people forget to mute themselves. Like our incoming division director forgot to mute himself when he was telling somebody why he is in this meeting today. And he said a good reason, so it was okay. If he had mentioned something else, it would have been a problem for him. You would have asked for his resignations immediately. And also I heard a mother telling their son or daughter to go and have a bath.
Between my speech.
So these things can be avoided if the host is a little bit alert. Yeah, so you need to immediately, because people sometimes forget to switch off their or mute their microphones, although it is individual responsibility. But as a host, you have the responsibility to make sure that it's done. Also, Bosco, as the host, mute yourself after you speak, because when we are in the speaker view, any sound at your end, you come onto the screen instead of the speaker. Yeah. So it is important that you do that. And this is not just from Bosco, this is a generic comment for everybody. So now I finished all the role players, right? I don't have to speak about any, I covered everyone, right? Anybody missing? No, I don't think so. In my list, everybody is covered, right? Did I miss anyone? How can we miss her? How can we miss Jyoti? I mean, Jyoti is, for those of you who are from India, you already know what it means. Yeah, she is that positive light. And she's brought a lot of positivity into Dubai Toastmasters Club since the time she's been there. It's always a pleasure to see her in action in whatever role she does. And I really enjoy all the roles that you do, Jyoti. You had an amazing theme, Shukran, which is very apt for this meeting, especially because it's the last meeting of the year. In terms of preparation, Jyoti is somebody who puts in, like Sagar mentioned, more than 100%. Yeah, I'm not too sure about Sagar, but with Jyoti, I can say she puts in more than 100%. Sagar is going to kill me tomorrow. But she puts in more than 100% in every role. And she's somebody, whatever role she takes on, she's one member who I have seen takes mentoring, goes to senior members and asks, is there anything that I can do better? I mean, I really love that nature of hers, that she's always willing to learn and improve. Something which all of us, including me, can learn from her. So even for this role, she was very well prepared. Good introduction to all the role players related to this theme. I wonder how she did that CBI work. She has investigated a lot about the role players to know some amazing facts about them, which she brought out in the meeting. The game, gratitude in various languages. That was interesting what she did. And she kept that theme running throughout the meeting, and there was no one, in spite of so many heavy duty sessions like the installation, etc., she kept the meeting so lively throughout. And that's credit goes to her. Let's all give her a big round of applause. She can see it. She may not be able to hear it. Yeah. So thank you, Jyoti. Amazing done. What is the suggestion that I can give you? The one big suggestion I can give you, Jyoti, is change your specs frame, because it keeps slipping. And I've been seeing it for some time now, that you spend a lot of time and effort pushing it up. Probably it fit in right when you made it for your nose, but now you have slimmed. You've lost weight. Yeah. So, so time to change that frame so that it fits in and you don't have to keep pushing it up. Also, any very simple thing which probably you missed, or probably I missed from my side, is advising about the change in agenda. So there was a change in the role player, especially Gautam coming in, so that I think was not announced, or if it was announced, I did not pay attention. So if it was not announced, yeah,
it was announced. It was announced.
Okay, then I missed it. Thank you, Bosco. See, the president has already started backing his people. So I missed that. Why I missed that? Probably because of the three monkeys playing around in the backyard. Yeah, otherwise, I think that's it from my side. What I want to say again, coming to the theme, is, I've been with this club for the last 18 years. A lot of what I am today is thanks to this program and this club. And there are millions of people like me in this world who's indebted to this program, because of the power of this program and because of the changes it has made in our life. So my shukran to Toastmasters International and especially to Lavsri Smedley who introduced this program to us. And my very special thanks to Dubai Toastmasters Club, which has been the backbone of my personal success, not just as a Toastmaster, but even in my personal and professional life. And I want to leave you with one quote which I really liked. It is from Zig Ziglar, who's a very famous motivational speaker, writer, author, trainer. He says that gratitude is the healthiest of all human emotions. So when we talk about human emotions, and there are many emotions, gratitude is one of the healthiest, because the more you express gratitude for what you have, the more likely you will have even more to express gratitude for. Yeah, so the more you express gratitude for what you have, the more likely you will have more to express gratitude for. Yeah. So with that, thank you very much, Jyoti. Amazing role, well done. I really loved the meeting, and shukran to all of you. Over to you, Jyoti.
Also, can I request you to please unmute everyone? Can you mute it?
Jyoti, you can unmute and speak. Jyoti, can you unmute? Yes. Can you?
Yes,
Yes,
now.
you can.
Yeah, it was not allowing me. Yeah. Whoa, what a meeting it was. And I think BP sir just concluded my message, but I would still like to go back to my unconcluded story. So if you all remember, I said in the beginning that I felt grateful to my colleague Reshma for praying for my CFA result, even though she didn't know me well. So next day, I left a thank you note with a box of chocolates at her desk. Sorry, sir, for this one. She felt so happy and she told me, Jyoti, no one remembers good these days. Your gesture makes my belief of doing good even stronger. And that, my friends, is my message for today's meeting. To all my role players, speakers, I urge all of you to reach out to your friends, uncle, sister, cousin, manager, and express your gratitude. If that moment of gratitude was so special that you wanted to mention it here, then why not make that expression of gratitude memorable for them? Even good people need good words to keep doing good. Whether you express it publicly, personally, it's all up to you. As long as it's heartfelt, it will reach their hearts. On that note, I would just like to wrap up quickly and express my shukran for the current EXCOM team, Nizar, Bosco, Joyveer, Dr. Devin, Nadine, Alifia, for this lovely roller coaster ride. It was an honor serving this club and working with all of you. Few special names, Sagar for working wholeheartedly in last 1 year without title. My mentor, Bosco, for motivating, or rather should I say, forcing me to take up the TMOD role today, finally. And Shukran, Bosco, it really meant a lot to me. Nadine, our relationship goes beyond Toastmasters. You are a dear friend. And VP sir and Balan sir for playing an instrumental role in whatever little good I perform on this stage. Shukran, shukran to all of you. Toastmaster Nizar, the stage is yours.
Toastmaster of the day, Jyoti, shukran very much. I'm combining two sentences in two different languages. Shukran, everyone. Thank you, everyone. As our DTM, very popular Menon, has mentioned, I have only 5 minutes to wrap it up. So I have to be very quickly, speak very quickly. Okay, first of all, before announcing very important announcements, we have Toastmaster of the Year. Wait for him or her, I don't know. You'll see within few seconds or few minutes. Then we have the winners, then we have the progress report. But before all of that, I would like to thank you all for being with us. I think I'm very lucky because when the meeting started, it was 18. Now again, it's 25. So when it was 30 and 35 and 37, I didn't have the chance to speak. Only I'm speaking when the audience is this number. I would like to hand it over to our coming division director, Harish Krishnan. Please, Harish, within 30 seconds, please give us something about your coming role or about our club. Go ahead.
Yes.
Unmute, please unmute
Yes.
yourself.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, AD Nisar, AD-elect Nisar. Dear leaders of Dubai Toastmasters, a club where leaders are made, yeah. Let me first congratulate the new EXCOM under the able leadership of a very down-to-earth human being, Toastmaster Bosco. I'm sure he will do a fab job this year, no doubt about that. What I want to give us a small message is that when we think of Dubai Toastmasters, the word legacy comes to our mind, yeah. So much, so that other clubs look up to Dubai Toastmasters. My take on this word legacy is that it's something the predecessors have made or earned for this club. So as current leaders, let's build our own, add to it by taking this club to the next level. This is what we should strive for. Also, again, we can proudly state that this is also the home club of our AD-elect, Toastmaster Nisar Melham, who is also another gentleman, very systematic and calculative. And I'm also sure he will also do a wonderful job, which will make you all proud. Again, Division B stood out this year compared to other divisions, added a phenomenal contribution in terms of sessions, education and workshop. So at this point, as a new DD-elect, I want to assure you that Division B will continue the momentum and strive to take it to another level. By the way, a wonderful job, TMOD Jyoti. With this, I conclude. Shukran Jasilan. Over to you.
Thank you, Division Director-elect Harish Krishnan. I would like to, yes.
I missed the best role player voting.
Yes, this is what I was about to say. Please vote for the best role player. The link is there in the chat box. Vote for it. And while you are voting, I will just share my screen because you have to see what great achievements you have been doing throughout the year. So while you are voting, okay, did you all vote? Can you see my screen? Okay, Moscow, I can't hear you. Everyone sees my screen. Can you confirm it, Moscow?
Yes, yes, we can see.
Okay, so my fellow Toastmaster members of Dubai Toastmasters Club, you've been doing great job this year. I have to go through it very fast, but we have also to mention what we've been doing, achieving with your support. So to start with, we have achieved 10 DCP points since January, by the way. Since January, we have achieved full mark. Actually, if you notice the screen, we have achieved 12 DCP points, not only 10. So 2 additional done by the educational part. Our EXCOM has attended 4 EXCOM meetings throughout the year. We have done Moments of Truth session, Club Success Plan, Super 7, COT Award. This is our amazing picture for our current EXCOM. And if you notice something, the first row shows that the ladies are leading the club so far. So if we talk about the educational part, Bosco has been doing amazing job. We have achieved Club DCP Achiever Award, Club Fast Track Award, Club Fast Track Advanced Award, Perfect 10 Club Award, Educational Achievement, We have done, fellow members, we have done 24 education awards, which is enough for 2 clubs to be 10 points. So if there are 2 clubs and each one have 12 points, then we will both of them will achieve President Distinguished. This is amazing, done from our future club president. We have 1 DTM, we have 4 Triple Crown achievers, Toastmaster Regional, Toastmaster Menon, Jyoti, and Alifia. If we talk about educational sessions, which was planned, all of it was achieved, 3 educational sessions. And all the planned special meetings have been also done already. I'll go through it very quickly. These are some of the flyers that has been there for the special meetings that we have done throughout this year. As you all know, there's an initiative in Dubai Toastmaster Club, which is called Toastmaster of the Year, which we will know about this person only a couple of minutes away from now. And it depends on these points. This is something we are doing every year, and we have a winner for this year as well. We are very proud of our VP Education and the next club president that he has achieved 100% pathway enrollment, which means 47 people or members are all enrolled in pathways. Thank you very much, Bosco. We are also acknowledging the achievements of our club members. Bosco was very keen actually, and he was mentioning this with me along the year. He was trying to push people to have mentored speeches. He has very big success in that, but we need more. We need all the people in this club to be delivering mentored speeches. As for the membership, we have 19 new members, which is very good. Actually, it's enough for us to get 8. We got 19. 8 is enough for having full mark for membership. We have achieved Smedley Award. We have conducted an induction session, new members flyers in WhatsApp, and Sagar, our assistant, who used to be the assistant for our VP membership. He was distributing the magazine when the physical meeting was there. This is the induction session that we have done by the beginning of this year. As for public relations, I think Devinder is there. Devinder, Dr. Devinder, thank you very much. You have achieved a lot, especially that you have special people in your committee. I would like to mention Sagar Khurana, and I'd like to mention Bosco Mascarenas. They have been supporting our current VP PR greatly, and they have done marvelous job all together. So some of the achievements of the PR, we have an updated website for our club. We have also an active Facebook, Instagram, Meetup, and YouTube. We have started YouTube. This is for the first time. Dubai Toastmasters Club have a YouTube channel, which is a big achievement for our club, thanks to Sagar Khurana. This is one of the meeting video flyers. We have tried to do it a lot, but we couldn't. But this was one. I'll just show you a few seconds because we are running out of time. This is one of the best videos that has been released this year by, again, Toastmaster Sagar. Just take a few seconds.
Nizar, we cannot hear. There is no audio.
No audio. If there's no audio, I'll go ahead because no time to fix any audio. Also, I would like to thank Bosco for assisting our PR activities. And what I would like to mention here, something very special. Maybe you are not noticing these things, but other clubs are noticing. And if you are an officer, you will know how difficult to do this. Only for one meeting, which is the last meeting, Bosco has done not 1, not 2, not 3, 4 flyers for one meeting, and all of them are amazing and high quality. Please give him a big round of applause. This is a huge effort he's been doing throughout the year. Thank you, Bosco. You are the best president, I know. Our secretary, the problem with our secretary is that we have been asking her to do only minutes of meetings because this is what she is supposed to do. But because she's super energetic, she was asking, give me something, give me something, give me something to do. So we have given her so many things. Annual club family gathering, organized by Nadine. Birthday flyers, organized by Nadine. Initiated club fun sessions during the club meeting, Nadine. She has also created a Gmail account with assistance of Joyveer. These are some pictures from our last family gathering where we had great time together. Thank you, Nadine. Thanks. You were great secretary for our club. Thank you a lot. Shukran. These are some of the also flyers she used to do. This is for Tanish, for Tisa. Thanks a lot, Nadine. Big achievement. Thank you. Our treasurer, she has done full mark, all what was expected. She has done it already. 25 members by 15 September, 15 of March. All the awards have been achieved. Thank you, Jyoti. It was great. I'll skip one slide because she will be talking about it. And I'll go to our amazing Sergeant at Arms. What can I say? Our Sergeant at Arms, she has done electronic voting from the first meeting. We were discussing, but she did it already, achieved it from the first meeting. Alifia, very good. Big initiatives you're taking and achieving successfully. Thanks a lot. Creative meeting openings. For the first time, I've been in this club for 4 years. For the first time, I can, even when someone called Nizar was the sergeant at the time, he didn't used to do such great openings. Even for the first time, I'm seeing very energetic, creative, well-prepared openings for the meeting. For the same guy, as VP Menon has mentioned, for the same guy 27 times. Wow, that was great. Thank you, Arifia. She has improved food quality. All of you has noticed that when the physical club meetings were there. That was something very nice from her side. 4 trophies every meeting. We delivered without any time not being to do that. Thanks a lot to our sergeant, current sergeant arm, and our incoming treasurer. We shifted to online meetings due to that. Before I go ahead and announce the Toastmaster of the year, I just break it here going for our current treasurer, Jyoti. I'm just I will just stop sharing my screen and okay, I will just something here if we are going to take time. This will be your slide, right? You have anything else other than this?
No, this is the main slide.
If you don't have something else, instead of wasting some more time on leaving the share screen, you can just give us 1 minute description about our achievements as financial achievements for our club. The screen is yours. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Nizar. So I'll just quickly run through this financial report. If you see, we started with a balance of roughly 39,000 from our previous EXCOM, which was a good surplus balance. And I'm proud to say that we are close to that number at the end. Why do I say so? Because the number, if you see at the end, is 36,000, but it also includes some of the venue costs and the trophies and other team supplies, which we have already bought for our next term. So if I have to just summarize, I think the balance that we started with, we have kept that safe for the next EXCOM. I have few suggestions for the next EXCOM as a treasurer, that if you see that, so 41% and 38% of our cost goes into venue and the TMI membership fee. So that's where we need to be a little vigilant, because our total revenue may be less as compared to our total cost. So there are areas which I will share with you offline, that where we can control our costs so that our revenues are sufficient to cover our costs. In terms of achievements, I think Toastmaster Nizar has already summed it up. But yes, again, one more suggestion that I would have for the incoming treasurer is to align the Toastmasters to the TMI cycle. For the new members, you can leave it, you can just keep it simple. But otherwise, it's always good to align them so that the pro rata calculation and all, it's not a hassle for you. So that's all from my side.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Jyoti, for the brief introduction of this slide. If anyone needs anything about our financial, like as you can see, our financial status is very good. We have about 36,000 dirhams. We maintain the figure that we started the year with, even though the meeting room was costing us a lot. But this is a big challenge for the next EXCOM because we've gone online for the last, I think, three months. So that would be a big challenge. I'm just informing everyone. This is a challenge for our next year. We need to cut some costs. We maintain the figure, the amount, because we were going online. Otherwise, 36 could not be achieved. So
Yes.
Please support your next EXCOM, your next treasurer, with some creative ideas. I think they will be going through either to increase the revenues or reduce the cost. Thank you very much, Jyoti, for that. And now come to announcing our Toastmaster of the Year for Dubai Toastmasters Club for the year 2019, 2020. I'll give you some vibes only for a few seconds.
Honestly.
Nizar, we can't hear you. Please unmute yourself.
Okay.
Nizar, we cannot hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. And
I
we
have
lost
some
the sharing.
technical error. I don't want to go more with that. Our Toastmaster of the Year is none other than our next VP of Education, Minesh Ratnadurai. Congratulations. You are amazing, Minesh. Congratulations. And I would like to close this meeting announcing the winners of tonight. Can everyone hear me properly? Because I can
Yes,
see.
yes.
Okay, I don't know what's the problem. I'll start with the best role player for this night, who is a DTM called very popular Menon. VP Menon, congratulations. Our best table topic speaker for the night was none other than our guest, Wafa. Is she still there? Big round of applause to Wafa.
Yes,
Congratulations.
I'm still here. Thank you so much.
Wafa, that was amazing, amazing speech. Thank you very much. You are the winner tonight. And the best evaluator for the night is, again, Minesh Ratnadurai. Congratulations, Minesh. As usual, you are just grabbing the trophies from all over the place. And the speaker, which is no surprise to anyone, is none other than our DTM, Ramesh Anantharaman. Congratulations, Ramesh. And congratulations to all the winners. And shukran for all of you for being wonderful Toastmasters throughout this year. On that note, I would like to remind you that our next meeting with new EXCOM and new leadership will be on July 13th. Until then, I hope you spend very nice time with your family. Safe. See you next time. Goodbye.
People are wondering how and when the global economy will
Shukran.
While no one can predict the future.
So who's that? Jyoti, well done. Good job.
Thank you. Shukran, Toastmaster.
Shukran.
Thank you. Shukran, Jyoti. Shukran.
Thank you, sir.
Great job, Jyoti. Amazing job.
Thanks,
Very well done.
Toastmaster Nizar. Thanks.
Thank you, Saleh.
Bye-bye. Good night, guys.
Thank you so much.
Good night.
And congratulations to the winners. Congratulations to the new EXCOM. Good luck.
Thank you.
For the victims.
How to say it? Still he's there? Which minister there? No. He left?
He left. He left.
Left? Okay.
Good night,
And
everyone.
sorry
Time.
for the long table.
These guys are remaining doesn't want to leave, huh?
Yeah, we're staying. Last time we stayed, we did the game.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
then.
yes.
Wait till the end after
Yeah.
everyone is gone. The real meeting starts at the end.
So shall we start?
Yeah, Deepak Gulati was the host
And
for
the
that.
real meeting
Yes.
starts after everyone goes.
You really, I couldn't stop crying. I'm sure you had the same feeling for the task. Where are you?
Who?
Deepak.
You're saying
Deepak.
about whom?
Deepak Gulati.
Deepak, okay.
He's not here.
Great job, Jyoti. Brilliant flow. Really smooth meeting.
Pretty awesome meeting, yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
And I think the wonderful theme, amazing theme. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for making a theme in line with my speech.
So when Jyoti, see myself, Bosco and Jyoti came in first for the video session. So Jyoti's light was more brighter. It was more of a white light. Now it has become yellowish.
Yeah, that was daylight.
Yeah, no, not because I think the color changes, I think.
The before sunset and after sunset.
After sunset.
Like VP said, it's a Jyoti because of the Jyoti, the light.
You wait for some time, the color will change again. It'll probably go black.
to a dark bar mode. Huh?
The light.
Are you going to change your glass frame or no?
I will.
The light looks dim in front of Jyoti.
Yeah. Jyoti is exceeding.
Yes.
Just make sure her husband is not listening to your comments. Huh?
Oh, why? He will be happy.
No, we are not telling anything bad, no? Just boasting here.
Thank you so much, everyone. I really enjoyed the meeting. Thank you so much.
And we see you guys. Bye.
All the very best, guys. See you.
Bye. See you.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye. Sweet dreams. Bye.
Bye.
I'm waiting because I'm the host. So after everyone leaves, I will leave.
And I'm the TMOD, so I didn't want to leave. Congratulations, Bosco.
Yes, thank you.
And there's no doubt you're going to be a president.
Thank you. Inshallah.
People have just left their screen.
Hmm?
I think.
Yeah, must be.
Yeah. So, is it okay if I leave now?
Hey, sure, we'll leave.
Yeah, let's leave.
Okay. Okay then.
Okay, thank
Good
you.
job.
Thank you. Bye.